Welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Employees at multiple businesses around the area switched up their usual work wardrobe for some costumes today to celebrate Halloween. Some wore individual costumes, while others went with a bit of a group theme. Each year, a number of businesses take advantage of the day to have a little more fun on the job. And this afternoon, parents and kids came out to the Rapides Parish Main Library dressed as their favorite characters to enjoy games, crafts, and even got to show off their karaoke skills while enjoying some sweet treats. Meanwhile, employees at Rapides Regional Medical Center are in full Halloween spirit today. Multiple departments participated in a pumpkin decorating contest and showed up to work in those costumes as well. The contest is an annual Halloween event at the hospital. We are looking at the possibility of some spooky weather later on tonight. Meteorologist Ross Whitley is here with the first look.
Yeah, you may have noticed some clouds thickening up in the distance the last few hours, and that will continue to be the case over the next couple. The good news is we're not going to see anything for those trick-or-treating prime hours at the current moment, and that means, well, for the rest of tonight, we stay dry. But for tomorrow, big changes on the way. 76 degrees out there today, 48 last night. It was actually pretty seasonable for this time of year. We should be at 75 and 50. We're going to get a warming trend over the next couple of days as a warm front will lift through the region tonight, and that will bring us rain showers, unfortunately. And of course, I'll have all the details about the wet weather headed in our direction coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Ross. Alexandria police arrested 3 people for a fight last week in the parking lot of a business on Lee Street. Police arrested 22-year-old Cedric Good and Ariel Washington, as well as Serena Sanders, both 18, and all from Alexandria, I should say. Police say Good is charged with criminal trespass, battery, resisting arrest, and 2 gun offenses. Washington was charged with assault, trespass, battery, and drugs. Saunders is accused of assault, trespass, and battery. Police say Saunders drove away, striking 2 men who had tried to stop the ongoing fight. The NSU Wellness, Recreation, and Activity Center will be named for the late Dr. Randall Webb. Webb died 2 years ago at age 72 and was the longest-serving president in the school's history. The almost $7 million facility was the result of a student referendum and was completed back in 2004. From 2000 until 2007, Jim Montgomery served as president and CEO of Tulane University Hospital and Clinic in New Orleans. He joined the Rotary Club of Alexandria today to speak about his experiences during that time as Hurricane Katrina devastated the area.
It was quite an experience. It's something that doesn't leave you. The loss of power, the loss, the water, the flood certainly makes circumstances difficult in terms of what happened during Katrina. Certainly was unprecedented for Tulane and other hospitals there in that area. We were successful in being able to get all our patients out alive and well. There's an HCA hospital like Rapides is here. The company did a great job in helping us move patients out of the hospital, and it was an experience, I guess I would say, of a lifetime.
Mr. Montgomery currently serves on a number of hospital and medical foundation boards. The Kiwanis Club of Alexandria and the Key Club of Holy Savior Menard High School are teaming up for a special pancake breakfast.
November 4th, 7:30 to 12:30, we're going to be serving up pancakes, sausage, coffee, juice. So we're really looking forward to it. This is our first year of the event, and we're really excited. What we're doing, we're raising money. The Kiwanis Club, we're challenged with improving the one child in one community at a time, and by doing that, we are partnering with the Key Club to raise money for the Key Club as well as the Kiwanis Club. With the pancake breakfast, we are actually creating a $1,000 scholarship that will go to one individual in the 3 high schools that the Kiwanis Club of Alexandria services.
And once again, that breakfast is set for November the 4th, starting at 7:30. Some Louisiana sweet potato farmers delayed their harvest in order to give their potatoes more time to reach market size. That harvest is well underway now. Many producers are finding the yields to be very good. LSU Ag Center correspondent Craig Gautreaux has the story.
It's been a late and very dry harvest for Louisiana sweet potato farmers. While the growing season was wet, the harvest has been plagued by drought-like conditions, which are causing some problems in the fields.
If we get some clumpiness in the soil, we can have some skinning, which is something we try to avoid, especially for potatoes that go into a fresh market.
Some farmers delayed their harvest or have stopped altogether to give their crop more time to grow and reach the size preferred by consumers. Weather conditions will determine the length of the delay.
2 to 3 week period, maybe, to get these potatoes to size. We get some, if they can go back and irrigate the fields, or we get some rain in the cooler nights, that'll speed the process up.
Growers have been pleased by the yields they are finding in the fields and are surprised by it, considering how difficult the growing conditions were.
I'm here in the fields that they're being able to harvest a lot of 600 bushel stuff this year. That's an exceptional good year. I mean, the statewide average normally in most years is 4 to 425, somewhere in that range.
Tropical Storm Harvey came through the week before many farmers were scheduled to start their harvest, delaying it. Harvey did not appear to cause any damage, but once the harvest began, the damage became more evident.
Harvey dropped 7 to 9 inches in some locations. Initial thought was maybe it didn't have an impact, but I think as we moved into harvest, especially that soil type retained water more than we thought it did, and that's what we saw the problem with the potatoes.
Prices remain good for growers, and consumers should find plenty of fresh sweet potatoes soon. With the LSU Ag Center, this is Craig Ochoa reporting.
Louisiana has about 9,300 acres of sweet potatoes, which ranks 4th in the nation.
Predators better pray.
Crime Watch Daily airs weekdays at 3 on KLAX TV. Download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Ross Whitley, checking out our radar and satellite out there, and as promised, things are all clear for your trick-or-treating hours currently. But if you wait much longer, say 3 hours from now, which you probably shouldn't be out there at 3 hours from now anyways, but if you do, then you're probably going to run into some rain. As we zoom in, you can see the heavier showers, even a couple of downpours just off to our west, starting to move into the state as we speak, but should remain dry for the next couple of hours. We have dry air in place. You can see a lot of these showers dying out as they move into that dry air. But as we get into that heavier batch of rain, it'll move in the overnight hours, the late overnight hours. Probably by the late show tonight, we'll most likely have a couple of showers in the area, if not some heavier rain. And that'll be here for the rest of the night, going into the early morning hours, and then unfortunately sticking around for the day tomorrow. The reason why, looking at our surface map across the U.S., well, there's a little weak area of disturbance going along this stationary boundary to our north and cold front just off to our west. You can see the warm air across the southeast today, all the cool air across the middle part of the country associated with this area of high pressure. Even some snow falling in Kansas City today. Another blast of cold air coming in to the Mountain West as we get a nice pattern flip. That'll bring changes as far as our temperatures. Well, we'll be much warmer. This front going to stall out basically over the top of us, just like what we saw a lot this summer, and that means showers and storms over the next several days. Now, only a 30% chance tonight, but by midnight, I think we will have some rain in here. So going into the early morning hours, you can expect to need an umbrella heading out the door. Now, for the day tomorrow, what to expect? Well, periods of rain and some thunderstorms throughout the day. I think chances of sunshine tomorrow are probably very limited, with cloud cover being the majority of what our sky sees. And going into the day on Thursday, more of the same. Showers off and on, a thunderstorm around in the afternoon, and we keep the unsettled weather around for our Friday as well, as that cold front becomes a stalled boundary and that just sits there for the next several days. Eventually, we will kick that out of here. But when we do, we might be kicking it out with much cooler temperatures. Warmer weather for the next couple of days as we get that return flow. Front basically stalls out right here where you see it, and that's where it stays. This is what our surface map's going to look like for the next several days. Our forecast highs for the day tomorrow, only 75 degrees. We'll have periods of rain, chance of rain around 80%. The winds out of the south at about 5 miles per hour. 75 for tomorrow, 83 and much warmer on Thursday. Less of a chance of rain on Friday, but still a shower or thunderstorm around as we go through Saturday and Sunday as well. Temperatures holding steady in the mid 80s and looks to be that way until we get into the end of next week. That's a look at your 7-day and your weather forecast. Scott?
All right, thank you, Ross. Well, it's only Halloween. Some people are already looking ahead to their Thanksgiving time shopping. BestBlackFriday.com gets its hands on Black Friday ads before they're officially released by stores, and Kohl's is the first major leak of the season. The ad says Kohl's will be open at 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. That's 1 hour earlier than last year. Some of the deals being offered: a Samsung 55-inch smart TV for $499, or a Samsung 4K Blu-ray player for $129. A new study shows some worrisome information about vaping and teens. With more, here's Janae Norman.
Vaping, billed by its creators as the safe alternative to smoking cigarettes. Inhale just the vaporized nicotine, and users are spared the toxins of traditional cigarettes. They were supposed to help people smoke less or quit entirely. But a worrying new study from researchers in Canada suggests otherwise. They found that teens who tried e-cigarettes were much more likely to begin smoking traditional cigarettes within a year compared to teens who never tried vaping at all. This effect was particularly strong in teens with bigger allowances. Teens who spent more money per week were more likely to pick up smoking. All this a worrying backslide. Youths today are using nicotine products at an increasing rate for the first time in decades, following a steady decline since the 1960s. So think twice when your teen picks up a vaporizer. Nicotine is still addictive, and vaping it may lead them back to cigarettes and to all the health hazards they bring along.
To you, it's just an old coat. But to an underprivileged child, it's a warmer winter. Please help us collect coats for kids before the cold months get here. You can drop off new or gently used coats at a location near you. All coats are cleaned and distributed right here in our community. The KLAX Coats for Kids Drive is sponsored by First Federal Bank, Southern Heritage Bank, Bank of Montgomery, Kramer Funeral Home, Take 5 Oil Change, South Park Cleaners, and LaSalle Printing and Office Supply.
Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm Nick Frank. I hope your night of scares and sweets is safe and even frightening at the same time. Now, what could be frightening is the NSU offense if they can just figure out how to close out games. They accomplished that feat this past week, and if the running game improves, could see it happen more.
I thought our offense did fairly well. I thought our quarterback play was really good. I thought our O-line protection of the quarterback was very, very good. No sacks in the game. And I thought at times we ran the ball, but we still got to get better in our run game. We got to get more physicality going on within the run game.
On the soccer field, LSUA's Mark Hammond has been named the Red River Conference's Offensive Player of the Week. The senior netted the equalizing and game-winning goals within the match's final 20 minutes to propel the Generals to a 2-1 win and into the postseason. The goals were Hammond's third and fourth of the year. On the women's side, Chandler Kammerer and Cecile Mortensen swept the final weekly conference awards. Kammerer was named the Defensive Player of the Week after earning her 6th and 7th clean sheets of the season. Mortensen earned Offensive Player of the Week honors after scoring both goals in the championship-clinching win on Sunday.
Well, thanks for watching. Have a great night.
When a case seems unsolvable, they see the incredible. Murder, motive, secrets, Bones Weekends.
Watch Bones Weekends on KLAX ABC 31.
When it comes to cleaning up the streets of Boston,
this is who I am. This is what I do. Now get me in there. He did it, and I know where the proof is.
It's ladies first. Rizzoli and Isles.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV.